Pip the Gopher felt powerful. He had finally collected all the legendary ingredients of wealth creation: the fast-growing stocks, the steady bonds, and the all-in-one Great Forest Basket ETF. In his burrow, which he had turned into a financial kitchen, he stood ready to cook his masterpiece. He looked at the complex recipe books with confusing charts and strange symbols. He saw Sly the Fox outside, bragging to the squirrels, "My portfolio is simple. 100% pure, high-speed moonstones. Go big or go home." Confused and pressured, Pip threw the books away. How hard can it be, he thought. He took a bit of everything, a handful of stocks, a scoop of bonds, a pinch of real estate, and tossed it all into a large pot he called My Portfolio. He stirred it vigorously, without a recipe, without a plan, and kaboom! A silent, messy explosion of papers and dust erupted from the pot, covering him in a fine layer of financial confusion. He had all the right ingredients, but he had created an inedible, chaotic mess. Frustrated and covered in soot, he went to the wise badger. "I don't understand," Pip exclaimed. "I bought the best assets, just like you taught me. But the fox says go fast, the bear says go slow. I mixed them all together and it just exploded. What is the secret recipe?" The wise badger chuckled warmly. "You're asking the right question, Pip, but the secret is not in the ingredients. It is in the journey you plan to take. Imagine two travelers, both wanting to reach the Golden Acorn Mountain. One is a young, adventurous gopher, standing at the very beginning of a long 100-mile road. What kind of vehicle should he choose for such a long journey? The badger asked. "A race car," Pip said instantly. "It's the fastest way to get there." "Precisely," the badger nodded. "The ride will be bumpy, sometimes scary. The car might swerve violently, but the young gopher can handle the bumps. If he spins out, he has plenty of time, plenty of road left to recover and get back on track. His goal is maximum speed. That race car, Pip, is a portfolio filled with 90 to 100% stocks." "Now," the badger continued, his voice softening, "imagine another traveler, an old, wise gopher. He has traveled his whole life and is now standing only 1 mile away from the peak of the mountain. Should he also take the race car?" "No, of course not," Pip said, realizing the danger. "The road is just as bumpy, but he has no time to recover. A crash so close to the finish line would be a total disaster. He should take a slow, armored, sturdy carriage." The badger's eyes twinkled. "Exactly. His goal is not speed. His goal is preservation, to protect what he has already gained and ensure he arrives safely. That sturdy carriage, Pip, is a portfolio filled with safe, steady bonds. The recipe is simple. Your age determines your vehicle." Pip's eyes widened with understanding. "So the longer my journey, the faster my vehicle should be." "You got it," the badger said. "There's a simple rule of thumb to get you started. Take the number 110 and subtract your age. That number is a good estimate for the percentage of your portfolio that should be in the race car of stocks. The rest should be in the sturdy carriage of bonds." Pip, being a young gopher with a long road ahead, quickly did the math in his head. The recipe was finally clear. 80% stocks, 20% bonds. He had the blueprint. Full of newfound confidence, Pip returned to his burrow. He was no longer a confused chef. He was an architect. He carefully separated his acorns into 2 piles, a large one and a smaller one. He methodically invested the large pile, 80% of his wealth, into the fast-moving Great Forest Basket ETF. The smaller pile, 20%, He calmly leant to bury the bear for the slow, steady return of bonds. He looked at his creation. It was perfect, balanced, powerful. He felt invincible. A full year passed. The forest was blessed with a great summer, and the economy boomed. Pip, excited to see his results, checked on his portfolio. His jaw dropped. The race car portion had performed magnificently, growing much, much faster than the carriage. He was far richer than he had expected. But as he looked closer, a new kind of panic began to set in. His once perfect, architect-designed 80-20 portfolio was now a lopsided, unbalanced 90-10. He looked at his beautifully broken creation and whispered in horror, "My perfect plan, it's wrong. What am I supposed to do?"